mean, I've always been competitive.
Okay.
Ever since I was young, I used to play soccer. And at one point, I got injured during soccer, and I started wrestling. And I really fell in love with wrestling, and then I got into like watching UFC and all, combat sports and things like that. So that kind of opened me up to that. And then from the wrestling after high school, there's not much you could do unless you're wrestling for college or anything or something like that. So I moved over to Jiu Jitsu and then fell in love with that. And I used to train out of a Monster BJJ
Okay.
here in Long Island in Smithtown. And I ended up training with Chris Cope, uh, former UFC fighter.
Yeah.
And yeah, just kind of fell in love with it. And I was on and off and somehow landed where I'm at now.
Marvin, you're an MMA fighter based out there in New York. You just won your MMA debut for Jackhammer Promotions. Congratulations again. Thank you for your time, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude, I'd love to go back with my guests. Like, where did you grow up? What was childhood like for you, man?
It was pretty good. So I was born in El Salvador. So I was not born in the USA. And I moved here when I was about 7 or 8 years old. And then I lived in Brentwood, which is where I'm at now, Long Island. For a while, then I moved to Central Islip, and then I'm back to Brentwood.
Gotcha. Okay, man. Yeah. That's cool, dude, that you made that transition. What was the motivation behind like your family moving out this way?
I just, like everybody else, just looking for, I guess, better opportunities out here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So big shout out to my mom for doing that. I feel like I'm in a pretty good place. We're all in a pretty good place. So it was definitely the right move.
Come on, man. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
What was it about MMA that drew you to the sport and ultimately taking action and kind of getting into it and start training?
I mean, I've always been competitive. Ever since I was young, I used to play soccer. And at one point, I got injured during soccer, and I started wrestling. And I really fell in love with wrestling. And then I got into like watching UFC and all, combat sports and things like that. So that kind of opened me up to that. And then from the wrestling after high school, there's not much you could do unless you're wrestling for college or anything or something like that. So I moved over to Jiu Jitsu and then fell in love with that. And I used to train out of a Monster BJJ here in Long Island in Smithtown. And I ended up training with Chris Cope, former UFC fighter.
Yeah.
And yeah, just kind of fell in love with it. And I was on and off. And somehow landed where I'm at now. Met Bobby Campbell, who runs, Jackhammer Promotions.
Yeah.
And yeah, now we're doing this, I guess.
Come on, man. Yeah, dude. Well, like I mentioned, you made your MMA debut there for Jackhammer Promotions there. In just 37 seconds, you got that win. You had this huge slam. You transitioned to an armbar very quickly. Man, it's so awesome to watch that video. How do you prepare mentally for your debut, man? Like what were you feeling backstage before you walked out? Were you feeling calm or were you kind of have nerves running over you?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I took the fight with like about a month and a half notice. And I was never really nervous. I remember when I used to wrestle, I used to get really nervous. And I was expecting to get super nervous, like right before the fight. I had a lot of people attending the fight. So there was a lot of, I guess pressure on that end, but I didn't really feel any of it. I felt good. I was just more excited more than anything. So there was actually no nerves whatsoever going into it. Even when I stepped in the cage, I wasn't nervous at all.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Which is crazy. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, because I talk with a lot of fighters, right? And they're like, "Oh man, I was so nerve-wracking back there, man." But I think it's awesome you were able to get in there, stay calm, dude. And I mean, it didn't look like you were like frantic or anything like that. You stayed calm the entire time, and obviously not a huge long fight, but I mean, you got in, you got business done, and it was awesome, man.
Yeah, I wish it could have been a little bit longer, but you can't complain. A win is a win, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, what's the plan now? I mean, do you like this sport enough where you're going to continue down this path? Is the goal to go professional?
Yeah, for sure. So I actually have another fight coming up September 10th.
Come on.
With Bobby Campbell, Jackhammer again.
Okay.
So that should be fun. I had a little bit of an issue with my ankle coming into the fight. So, just trying to get that, feeling right, good, strong, and just trying to get back out there as soon as possible.
Right on. September 10th, the fans can see a fight again. That's going to be rad, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
When you're not fighting, you're not training, but what are you doing for fun, man?
I ride mountain bikes a lot.
Okay.
I like doing that. And I just train. That's it. I mean, I try to stay active. I work
Yeah.
a lot, so it's kind of hard with my schedule. But yeah, just always try to be outside.
Yeah. I love the mountain bike videos you've posted on Instagram. And I've
Oh
did a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit a while back, man. You got some freaking crazy air off some jumps, man. That's awesome, dude.
yeah, yeah. It's fun. I don't even
Uh,
remember how I got into that. Just like I said again, just being outside,
yeah.
kind of find my way to a bike and just progressed. Just like anything.
Right. Oh man. I think I took so many like gnarly spills going down the mountain, riding my bike a few times
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
I thought, oh, I'll clear this stump, no problem. Then I just hit on and flip over. Those are always fun, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it happens to everybody. It happened to
Yep.
me. It still happens to me.
Right.
It's fun.
Yeah. I wanted to transition over to some fun
Mhm.
questions here real quick. I've got these things called pod decks. These are just random questions. I'm going to pull one out
Okay.
here and hopefully it's not a flop here. We'll see how it goes. This one
Good.
says, oh, this is a good one. What are 5 things that you're excited about right now?
So me and my girlfriend are actually moving down to Florida soon in January. So I'm
Come
very
on.
excited for that. Yep.
Yeah.
I have the fight coming up September 10th. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to just keep the momentum going, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? That's 2. Uh, I'm just excited for change. I feel like there's a lot of change coming for me, so I like that. I like to keep things, moving, try
Yep.
different things. So that's exciting.
Awesome. And it looked like in your Instagram that you've done quite a bit of traveling. What's your favorite place to travel to?
Um, I've been to a couple places, but I think the one that stands out the most is probably Aruba.
Okay.
I went to Aruba about 2 years ago now, and
Okay.
that was probably one of the best trips I've ever been on.
Nice.
It's just nice. It's calm. I'm not a big drinker or party or anything like that, so it was nice to just go out there and just get out. We rode some Jeeps off-roading and went in the water and just kind of just chilled.
Yeah.
In the desert. It was nice.
Very nice. I'm a music guy, so I've asked the question like, what's a favorite type of music for you, or do you have a favorite band that you like to listen to?
That's pretty easy. I like rap.
Okay.
I'm very
Nice.
heavy into rap.
Okay.
So favorite artist, I like Ransom. I don't know if you're familiar.
No, I'll have to check it
He's a
out.
little bit of an older artist, yeah. Ransom. Okay. He's still rapping today, and he's the man.
Come on, I'll check him out for sure, man.
Yeah.
My genre is all over the place. I did a lot of metal in the early days and worked for Universal Records back in the day. And they were like, hey, you gotta listen to this other stuff. So I, got into like listen more hip hop and rap and even country and stuff like that. And over the last year, I've been introduced like Hilltop Hoods, which I'm a big fan of. And then NF, a big fan of that guy as well, man. I'll check out Ransom for sure, man.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she's very open to music and stuff. So she's introduced me to a lot of, rock music, house music. So I'm kind of getting out there as far as I'm getting a little bit older. So I guess I'm becoming a little bit more open-minded to different genres and stuff.
Yeah,
but rap is definitely the main one.
Right on, man. Right on. Well, dude, I also wanted to give you an opportunity just to give a shout out to coaches, teammates, sponsors, anything like that, man. The camera's all yours, bro.
All right, man. Thank you. Well, I don't know too many people, but some of the people that made it happen was Bobby Campbell, obviously. I thank him, big shout out to him for giving me an opportunity to just go out there and show what I could do. And Tommy Neuendorf, this guy that I work with, he's a manager where I work, and he had the connection with Bobby, and he's the one that made it happen. So I appreciate that. And my girlfriend, she was kind of like my nutritionist going into the fight, helping me get down the weight and all that stuff. So big shout out to her.
Right
I know
on,
she
man.
was more nervous than me, so
sure.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. Well, I wanted to give a shout out to the Loaded Gloves podcast because Joey and Tommy over there are the guys who introduced us. And is that the same Tommy that you know?
No, that's no, actually, yeah. Tommy's the guy you spoke to. So yes.
Okay, very cool, man. Right on. Well, yeah, I'm so pumped that they introduced us, man. Truly an honor to have you on my show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Absolutely, really excited to see you back in the cage. I think you said September 10th, right?
Yep, that's what it's looking like. So we're ready for that.
Come on, man. That's awesome, dude. Again, Marvin, thank you for your time, man. Truly an honor to have you on, and looking forward to seeing you fight again.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching the show. I really appreciate it. Hey, I just wanted to do a quick introduction. If you've not seen my show or you don't know the services that I offer, I wanted to drop them to you right now. One, I do voiceover work. So if you're looking for a voiceover person to cover your motivational videos, or maybe it's Kickstarter videos or whatever it is, let me know. I'm more than happy to help you out there. I also work with brands on brand and product videos. So they'll send me their products to do reviews or box openings. let me know. I'd love to work with you on your product as well and help you get that product out there. I also love to be able to share my story. So if I can make an impact on one person at your next speaking engagement, let me know. I love to talk about my story. I love to talk about how our past does not define our future, and morning routines and being consistent, how to be around those successful people that are just going to lift you up. Let's chat about having me speak at your next event, and let's make it happen. Again, thank you so much for checking out this show. Check out ericallenmedia.com. Really appreciate your time. Have an awesome day.